Good afternoon, welcome to Jim Only's World of Weather. Clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for December 29th through January 10th. December 29th to the 2nd. The models are in good agreement here, maintaining positive height anomalies here across the Arctic region along the west coast, and we have a trough here across the east central states. This pattern will favor warm and dry conditions in the west, below normal temperatures east of the Rockies. Below normal temperatures are forecast from the northern Rockies to the Atlantic coast. The west will experience anomalies of plus 10 degrees above normal. Now, models are at odds with what's going on at the end of the week into the weekend along the east coast. Coastal low may develop over the western Atlantic and may have impacts along the coast. And the spread right now is large with this system and will be monitored. Later on, I'll have more details on that. And lake effect snow is forecast to continue. January 1st to the 5th. Little changes forecast in the pattern. We still have positive height anomalies here and here, a ridge along off the west coast. And here's our trough. Here's our upper low sinking south, bringing these cold temperatures east of the Rockies. And then we go through the end of the period, and we're going to go to the 5th. You see there's a little change. Actually, it gets a little deeper according to the GFS. And then we look at the GFS ensembles, also forecasted to dig deeper, bringing cold temperatures all the way down to the southeast. And then we look at the European, this is a GFS. Here's a European deterministics. Here's the European ensembles. Not as deep as the other models, and then the Canadian, but the general trend is right there. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures for this region here. Forecast anomalies be 6 to 10 degrees above normal. Below normal temperatures are forecast across this vast area of the nation. Forecasting anomalies of near 12 degrees below normal. For precipitation, this is a little iffy. I'm forecasting a 30% chance of above normal precipitation for this area here. 30% chance of below normal precipitation here and for this region. And here I'm forecasting a 50% or 55% chance of precipitation for this region. January 6th to the 10th. I think there'll be changes occurring, but they'll be slow, I think, during this period. And we're going to go to the 6th. This is GFS. And we take a look at the models. Now see how it changes. This is the European ensembles. Let me just check. Yes. And that's forecasting a pattern flip, eventually leading to a ridge here in the west, trough in the east. I got to go through that. See how this pattern flips here? With nearly zone of flow, split flow. And then the other models are a little bit weaker. Most of the models are showing the same height anomalies that we have from the previous period, but they are weaker. But I was taking a look at the European ensembles temperature forecast. This is what the this is, I think, is a GEFS, but the European ensembles are showing similar pattern with below normal temperatures still continuing across much of the nation, but not as extreme as we had here in the east. So I'm forecasting temperature to be below normal here by about 4 degrees below normal, and forecast above normal temperatures here with anomalies of 2 degrees below normal. For precipitation, the models are not handling the precipitation forecast well here in the west. They're showing different thing, but the best I could come to is below normal precipitation for this area here. Chance of occurrence is 30%. And we have a 55% chance of above normal precipitation here. Now, I'm not as confident with this pattern change occurring during this period, as there'll be changes in the stratosphere in the troposphere during the next week or so, and I think this will be a temporary low, I think, in this, but I think the pattern will go back to ridge in the west, trough in the east. We have to see how that goes. So that's long-range weather forecast discussion for December 29th through January 10th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.